Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Beast! Peekaboo! I'm YouTube famous now. Shimmy, shimmy. Available only on KTEL. The album Dad AF. The pre-sale. Rock on! Gold Dust Woman! Boost! Alright, let's get into this video. Now listen, people, and don't call people people. I put this thing up on Instagram, okay? Now, I was so excited to do this video. I put it up on Twitter, too. I was so excited to do this video because I've seen all these YouTubers do unpopular opinions, okay? And Luke Alexander, he does these videos where he responds to people's unpopular opinions. And so I thought, oh, this will be funny. I'll get such great unpopular opinions that this will just be a laugh riot. It'll be hilarious, right? Why is it that I get unpopular opinions mostly about food? What are y'all trying to say to me out there, okay? Listen, okay? Listen, people. Beast. But I did. Anyway, so I was up in the doctor's office today, or the lab, and I was getting, my phone is on 20% battery, so we'll have to make this fast, won't we? I was getting some blood work done because they're still trying to find out what is going on with my back. Here's my back right here. My leg and my back. Don't pet yourself, it looks weird. Anyway, my back and my leg. They're trying to figure out what is going on with that. So I had to get this lab work done. And I was sitting there and I didn't know that I was gonna do this other drama video today. So I was like, well, I'll just do a Q&A and I'll do this responding to your unpopular opinions, rapid fire, right? So let's get into this. I'm gonna do like a rapid, you know it's not gonna be rapid fire. I get stuck on something and 5 minutes later I'm still talking about it. But I'm gonna try to go through this as fast as possible, okay? So here it is, I said waiting to get blood work, thinking about doing a Q&A, or responding to your unpopular opinions, put them below. So I'm gonna it is so, woo! It is hot potatoes. It's a hot tamale train. Everybody let me know that was Mary from So You Think You Can Dance. So I'm gonna go in here. I've got 3,454 people have seen this. I don't know how many responses I've got, but I'm gonna go down in here and get my reading glasses, and I'm gonna go in here and I'm going to they're so dirty. I just got my new reading glasses, but I have to show them in my review channel first. Okay, I'm gonna go down here. Oh my God, I got so many. I'm gonna go down here and I'm going to respond to these unpopular opinions and answer some questions. Are you ready? Okay, I'm gonna try to be as fast as I can. So Jenna said, can you be a model yet? I mean, turtle, prune. No, I mean, I am not model material, but thank you so much. But that is kind of like my dream. I would someday, here are my two dreams. People are like, do you want to be on YouTube forever? I mean, like, yeah, I mean, obviously, I love doing this, right? Like, who wouldn't? But my other dream is to be like a character actor that wins like Best Supporting Actor on an Oscar. So if you know people in the movies, get me in the movies, okay? Or I would love to be on a reality show, something like Big Brother, but I would probably not do Survivor, and I definitely wouldn't do Amazing Race because I couldn't swing over those things. But I'd maybe think about it. I don't know. But I will tell you, let's see, my other dream is this. What was my other dream? Oh, yes. To be like, to get into like the best shape in the entire world and then be like an older couture model that they have in like runway fashion shows and stuff because I'm just so fantastic. They're like, oh my God, did you hear Peter Monn is gonna be like in Chanel? I'm like, oh my God! They'll all, like, everybody will be talking about it, right? That's my dream. Okay. So the next thing is, someone said, have you ever caught something on fire while you were cooking it? Yes, I caught a pot of chili on fire and I burned like the 3 inches, the bottom 3 inches of the whole pot with all the chili in it and everything. Pot as in what I was cooking it in, not as in Mary Jane. But anyway, I don't do that because I've been sober for 25 and a half years. Speaking of which, my husband was not very happy about that. We had to throw the whole pot away and we didn't get to eat chili, and I think we went out to dinner that night. So anyway, speaking of that, someone said, do you think Tana thinks we're buying her 100% apologies? I don't think Tana Mojo cares. I really don't, okay? I think Tana Mojo doesn't have any respect for her audience. I don't think she really cares about what she does or anything at all. And it makes me very, very sad. Tana Mojo has so much power that she could really, I mean, she has her finger on the pulse of the younger generation, you know, and so many people look up to her. She could really be doing so much good with that, and she's just throwing it away, you know. She doesn't take her own career seriously, so why should anybody else, you know, like, this is the thing. I said this in about a year ago. Like, Tana Mojo, I think, like, if she played her cards right, you know, she, like, with some like coaching, and I think, you know, having like an acting coach and things like that, Tana Mojo could probably get a part, like a small bit part in like some movie. Like, this is what I'm talking about, like, you know, like what I wanted to do. Like, she could play some small role, you know, in some movie that was like very edgy and dark, you know, but some drama that would be taken very, very seriously. And I think that all of a sudden we would see an adult Tana emerge from that, you know, that people started looking at her in a different way. She doesn't want that. I don't think she cares, since she's just out for the money. She basically said that with the perfume that she did. I mean, it's just all a money grab to her, and fame and power. She doesn't care about the rest of it, and it's sad to me. So anyway, I don't think she cares if we buy her opinions or not. Someone said, have you read the Outlander series? I have not. Indiana is the armpit of the Midwest. I do not agree with that. I actually love living in Indiana. Okay. LaCroix is gross. Okay, LaCroix, limoncello is fantastic. Now, I will tell you, it's kind of like an acquired taste, okay? There are some of them that I have to kind of like work myself through. They all kind of taste the same. I will say that. All the LaCroix waters taste the same. Kind of. The limoncello tastes a little bit different. And my friend Sarah brought over pear something. I can't remember. And that one tasted really, really good too. And I like that one. So that one was a little bit different. But yeah, they are kind of nasty sometimes. Okay. But the limoncello I love. I could drink the limoncello all day long. Let's see. Will you film your YouTube videos in the pool? I have actually done that on my vlog. Let's see. If you had to pick another career, no more YouTube, what would you pick? I mean, like, fairy princess, deep sea diver. I mean, if I could do whatever I wanted to do in the entire world, yeah, like, that's what I would do. I would either have like a talk show, or I would be like an actor that played small parts in movies, you know, that was like taken very, very serious for my dramatic roles. Can you even imagine? Or a variety show where I just you know, was on my tambourine all day long. I would love that too. Okay. Let's see. You are not obligated to attend a loved one's or friend's funeral. It's an unpopular opinion. You know, okay, this is what I've learned. I have learned in my life that, this is just for me, okay? That you suit up and you show up, okay? And it's not really like when somebody passes, it's not necessarily so much for them, because obviously they're not there and they don't know, like, unless you believe in spirits, which I do, but it's really for their family and being, you know, there for their family. You know, I think we're in a different generation. When I was growing up, you know, like, if somebody passed away, 10 minutes later, my mom or my aunt was taking a casserole and a loaf of bread over there and asking them what they could do, you know? We don't live in that generation anymore. I think it's kind of sad. I've like really, like, I aim to be that person, you know? But I do think that showing up, like, listen, here's the thing, okay? Like, funerals are tough. I don't like going to them. They're difficult for a lot of people, right? But, like, life is so sacred anyway, and it's so fragile, and we each only have one. Like, what, can't we just show up to somebody's funeral and say, hey, you meant something to me? Like, I'm glad that you were in my life. Like, that was a privilege, you know? It's a privilege to be in somebody's life. That's why I don't take this YouTube thing for granted, you know? When people watch my videos, I'm like, that is like such a privilege that people like allow me to be in their life for a period of time during a day. Like, that is such an honor, and I take that very, very seriously. And honestly, I get really pissed off at other YouTubers that take it for granted. It really, really angers me. Like, that is one thing that's like a turn off for me. So to show up to somebody's funeral or to send a card to their family or whatever to let them know that they meant something, I mean, it's somebody's life, you know? So yeah, I don't know. I try to suit up and show up. Do you think Shane and Rylan will cancel their wedding? No, I don't think so. I hope not, you know? Like, that's a personal thing. Someone said, you're the most handsome, kind-hearted, caring, and sweet man I've ever seen. That's all. Oh, thank you so much. Let's see. Someone said, why have you changed into cocky? You used to be decent towards others. This person, like, actually, like, they left me, like, a couple different things where they really came for me. I I don't see myself necessarily as cocky. The thing is, I have always been that drama channel that has kind of played middle of the road and safe. And I said going into 2020 that I was going to have my opinion and I was going to say my say. And if people liked it, that was fine. And if they didn't, that was fine too. That I was done pandering to that, okay? And that was why people are like, well, why don't you like Shane anymore? Well, that was something that grew over a period of 1.5 to 2 years. Why don't you like Jeffree Star anymore? That was something I had felt for a very long time, right? But I couldn't say it at that time and I was playing safe. So going into 2020, I said, I'm done with this. I'm not doing this anymore, you know? When my dog passed away and I got messages that said, you killed your dog so you could go on a vacation, I was done pandering to the haters. And I was like, I am going to do what I want to do. And I'm going to have my opinion on my channel because I love that dog with every bit of my heart. And the fact that anybody would say anything sick and twisted like that totally changed my mentality on YouTube. And I was like, especially since he was such a huge part of my YouTube, you know? And I was like, I'm done with this. Like, I'm going to be 100% myself on YouTube. And if you don't like it, then this is probably not the channel for you. I don't think that I'm harsh. I think I'm shady and I think I joke and I think I tease the way that other drama channels have been doing for a while. I haven't done it, and so people are like, oh, but Peter, like whenever I shade somebody, they're like, you're being cruel, you're bullying. No, it's called shade. It's called funny. Like, that's allowed in our world today. It's not cruel, it's not mean, and I think that there's a fine line between that, and I think that some people have a really hard time distinguishing that, you know? So I don't necessarily think that I'm harsh. I think I'm honest, and I think people don't like that sometimes. I think people that like honesty like it, and people that don't. If you stand somebody and you hear the truth, it's going to probably piss you off, and I'm not apologizing for that, you know? Like, go find somebody that's going to tell you what you want to hear, because maybe it's not over here. I don't know, you know? I don't feel like I'm cocky. I feel like I try to be funny so that people enjoy my videos, and I hope that you do, you know? All right, let's see. What's going on with Tati? Do you think she's going to be gone for a month again? I don't know. I think Tati is kind of just done for a while, and I think when she comes back, I think she won't make some huge announcement. I don't think that she'll do another drama tell-all video. I think she'll come back and just start posting videos as she has before. I think it'll probably be, and she'll get a lot of criticism about this, I think it'll probably be with a release of something to do with her brand, and if she even continues her brand, I don't know. And I think that she'll come back and she'll just start posting videos again as normal. I think it'll be longer than a month. I think it'll be a long time. I think we're not going to see Tati for a long time. Favorite true crime documentary that I should watch next? Let's see. What's my favorite true crime documentary? I think Don't F With Cats was my favorite. It was the scariest to me. It was the shortest. It was 3 episodes. It was the most well done, I think. I love The Staircase. I love the Keepers. I love The Keepers. Oh, Making of a Murder is fantastic. All of those are great. I just finished watching I'll Be Gone in the Dark, based on Michelle McNamara's book, I'll Be Gone in the Dark, One Woman's Obsessive Search for the Golden State Killer. It was so fantastic. The last episode is all about the survivors. I got so emotional watching this, you guys. It was so well done, and it was like, we beat you. Like, it was such a cool scene at the very end. And just to see how Michelle McNamara passed away while she was writing this book and how she brought all of these people together was just, I mean, it surpasses what she did, you know? Like, I'm listening to this book by Hank Green on Audible. It's the sequel to his first book, A Truly Remarkable Thing. And in the book, this professor asked the student, one of the characters, like, why do you want to do it? And she said, I don't want to just do it because I want to be known as great. I want to do it because it surpasses and impacts people. I think that when what you do in your life and what you do in this world surpasses just being like a pat on the back or a gold star or a raise or promotion, but really impacts people. It really makes them think differently. It really changes people's perspectives. It brings people together. It changes their hearts. It mends their soul. I think when you do that, I think like you've really contributed to the world around you, and Michelle McNamara has done that by writing this book. And what an amazing thing. She didn't even know what she was doing when she did that, you know? It's such a cool documentary, so please check that out. I would recommend, though, if you're going to watch the documentary and you're a reader, please read the book first because it'll make more sense to you. Okay. Next, who's the nicest YouTuber you've ever met? Oh my God, the nicest YouTuber I've ever met. Oh. Well, I mean, I've met a lot of really nice YouTubers, you guys. I mean, like in person, like the Psychic Twins were fantastic. They're so professional and they're so kind. I mean, they are two of the kindest women I've ever met in my entire life. Amelia Fart, I mean, she's been not making videos, I guess. Amelia Fart is just, she just is phenomenal. She just is, what you see is what you get, and she is the real deal. She asked so much about me, I think was like part of it too, you know. Everybody that I met was really kind at the time, you know. But like, have I seen that stay over time? Loie Lane, I mean, what you see with Loie is who she is. She is just she's just such a nice person. I'm trying to think of like people, I don't want to leave anybody out because then somebody will say, oh, you didn't mention me or whatever. Trisha Paytas was really, really nice when I met her. I mean, we had a good time, you know. She was very, very nice when I met her. And very down to earth. Like we just sat on the couch at first and talked, and she has a huge couch. It was gorgeous. And we just sat and talked. She was just really super nice, you know. Everybody has been really nice that I've met. But I have to say, like, other than close friends of mine on YouTube, the YouTuber, and I consider her a close friend now, but like, that we've gotten to know each other over time, Elle Leary from Elle Leary Artistry, she has like checked in on me. Like, she knows when something's going on. She watches my vlogs. I mean, she knows, like, when I think she watches my vlogs, because she always knows when something's going on with me. And she just has always been like such a bright light and checked in on me. And, you know, with my back and my leg, I have to say, so many people that I've interacted with on YouTube reached out just to check in on me. And it just really, really meant a lot to me. You know, it's like, you can put YouTube aside for a second and just realize that we're all just human beings, you know, and like, that's such a cool thing. And I want people to know that that exists, you know, that they're like, I think when the camera's turned off, like everybody is pretty genuine and nice, you know, at times. Now, I mean, like, there's been instances where I'm sitting there and like, I think somebody's really nice and then they kind of turn out later to be differently, you know, like, but at that time, like, I haven't met with anybody that I didn't. I'm trying to think if there's anybody that I met that like wasn't. I can't think of one person that I met that wasn't friendly. Oh, that's not true. I talked about this on my vlog last night, actually, but I don't know if he's necessarily, but I tried to introduce myself to John Green, and he was just, like, not having it on 2 separate occasions. The writer, John Green, and he's also in the Vlog Brothers. I'm a huge fan of him to this day, so it is whatever. I just kind of put it aside. But on 2 separate occasions, one time at Whole Foods, I tried to introduce myself, and the other time was we were at an opening of a hotel here in Indianapolis, and he was there. And on both occasions, I kind of, like, tried to go up and introduce myself to him, and he just was, like, he turned around. So anyway, that's that with that. Are you thinking about getting another dog? We are not thinking about getting a dog anytime soon. These guys right here are enough, aren't ya? They said, we are enough, Dad. They're right down here wanting to be a part of my life, always. Okay, pineapple does belong on pizza. Okay, pineapple and pizza got so many comments on here. You guys, it's so hilarious. So many people were like, pineapple pizza, pineapple pizza. It belongs, it doesn't, it does, it doesn't. I'm like, my pizza, have I already said this on here, is pineapple and onion. I love pineapple and onion. I don't care if you don't like me because of it. Okay. Thoughts on the Big Brother cast? I'm living for the Big Brother cast. I'm totally Janelle and Kesar fan 100% of the time. But I do love Cody and Nicole, I have to say. One of the unpopular opinions was that Nicole shouldn't have won. Paul should have won. Paul is hubba. Okay, I thought Paul was so good looking. I know when I would say that to Tanya, she'd be like, oh, why? Gross. I'd be like, Tanya, he is so good looking. She'd be like, he's not good looking at all. But I thought he was. Okay, let's see. Got a lot of people are asking about Tati. That's interesting. Do you still have sex? Well, yeah. I mean, that's married folks stuff. Come on now. Do you use a fancy rinse in your hair? No, I use the, did I talk about this already? I use the Sol de Janeiro shampoo and conditioner as of late. I just bought it and I'm loving the shampoo and conditioner. It's like my favorite of life. But now I don't use fancy. I use a lot of Aquage products. I used to use a lot of Lush products. I don't so much anymore. But I don't use, somebody said they don't like Prince. What? Go watch my rant video. Okay. Unpopular opinion, Diet Coke is better than Coke Zero. I 100% agree with you. Which one of your masks is your favorite? My black mask. Are you talking about like No, my black ones, because they're just the most comfortable that I ordered. Okay, do you think even more stories about Jeffree Star, but they said something, they called him a different name, will come out? Yes, I absolutely do. I don't know what they'll be, and I have no insider secrets, but I definitely do. Could you be my good Judy? Yes! Someone said Star Wars isn't very good. I actually watched Star Wars, and I started watching Empire Strikes Back because my goal was to watch all of them this summer, which that hasn't happened. But I really liked this first Star Wars. I remembered it, and I had some of those things when I was a kid. I had like all the action figures, and I had like, you know the thing where they're in that like garbage dump thing, and it's like going in closer and closer and closer. I had that when I was a kid, and it had sponges and stuff in there. I loved it. I actually liked the first Star Wars movies a lot. Tana hanging with Jake last night. Any thoughts? She said something about it on Twitter. I don't know. I might talk about that tomorrow. Is the 6th channel still coming? It is. Bob Dylan or Neil Young? Oh, Bob Dylan. I love Bob Dylan so much. But I'm a huge Neil Young fan. I'm also a huge Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young fan. You guys, some of these like unpopular opinions, like you're all wanting to get me into some trouble, and I am not taking the bait. I'm not taking the bait. Do you have advice for beginners in meditation? I would say get a meditation book, like what I read on my Peterson's channel, like those small little like daily thoughts for the day book, and just like it helps you like read it and then just kind of sit there in silence and think about what you've just read. That would be my advice. Twilight is a great series. No, it was not. It was horrible. I'm sorry. I could hardly get through it, but I did. I read all 4 books. Have you watched... No, I haven't watched 2 Sentence Horror Stories on Netflix yet. No, I haven't. Someone said, why do all the doctor's offices have that same picture on their waiting room? It was a picture behind me. Okay, well, wait. Somebody said you've been working with, this is Erica, working with Unsolved Mysteries to talk about your alien cat abduction. No, but I should totally. Who is your all-time favorite YouTube creator? Oh, I'm gonna get real sad talking about this because I watched one last night. My all-time favorite YouTube creator is Nick and Poncho, and Nick is this guy, and he's Italian, and he had a little Chihuahua named Poncho. And it was always my dream to have PP and Poncho do a video together. And Poncho passed away probably 3 to 6 months. No, it's not 3 to 4 months after PP passed away, and it just broke my heart. It was like, God, this is a lot, you know? And he is completely dedicated. Oh, Tucker just came over here. He's completely dedicated his channel to these stuff. It's like 2 to 3 minute videos, and they're awesome. And I watched this video yesterday, which was like science project with Poncho, and it was like he put this little can on his head, and then he'd be like best memory, worst memory, and they would show it on the screen. It was adorable, and I don't know, like those. I don't love to watch like all the beauty influencers and the Tanas and the Shanes and the Trishas and all they're the Rylands and the Morgans. It's all boring to me, y'all. Okay, it really is. I like people that want to talk about the real world and real life, or I want to watch something that's going to cheer me up or get my mind thinking about something, you know, like all this contrived BS to me is just that, contrived BS. I have no interest in it. I really don't. I watch it to make videos about because I love discussing it. What I'm interested in is the discussion. I'm interested in the social commentary of these influencers and why they do what they do and what makes them tick and their motives, right? But I'm not interested in them as like watching them. Like I long ago realized that these people are about power, money, and that their entire life that they show to you on social media is contrived and fake. I have no interest in that whatsoever. So I watch other, you know, stupid little stuff, random. I watch all these random videos. You know what I've been watching lately, actually? I know I always say alien videos and stuff, but I've actually, and these videos always get me super, super emotional. I watch like America's Got Talent, and I watch these like those kid singers and like, you know, people coming on and singing. I love watching the singers, and then I'll go in and like watch, you know, they get the gold buzzer. There was some girl, what was her name? She had the same last name as like a famous guy model from the 80s, Vanderhall or Vanderwall or something, this little girl. And she came out with like a ukulele and sang, and she was so fantastic. I think her name was like Grace Vanderhall or something. And I watched like all these videos of her and just sobbed and sobbed and sobbed. And then I watch Ingrid Michaelson videos and live videos. And I watch a lot of that stuff. Like I like to watch YouTube to make me feel something, you know? And I like to watch like a lot of like, I like to just like randomly watch like smaller people that have like 100 subscribers, and I just sit there and follow them because they're so innocent and genuine, and they're not trying to be anybody, and they're not trying to be fake or BS-y. Like that's what I love, you know? All right, let me just pick a couple more. I think I'll probably have to go through these and do this in a different way. Calling is better than texting, 100%. I always like to call people. People don't like to talk on the phone anymore. Okay, California isn't great. I agree. I like San Diego. I did not like Los Angeles. My brother-in-law lives in San Diego. I love San Diego. Can you do an Instagram live soon? I'll do a live soon. I've been thinking about it. Let's see. Twitter is toxic. Sometimes, but it doesn't have to be. Don't you think Shane is a character? I don't know who Shane is. I've said that in so many videos. I mean, like, I've seen so many different sides of him, and so have most people at this point, that I don't know who he is. My neighbor just walked outside, and if they see her looking at tomato plants, it's done. Just gonna tell you. Love to hear your opinion on Nikocado. I feel like he's, I've been thinking about making a video on Nikocado avocado. The problem is this, is that he craves that kind of attention, and I think that he is so highly problematic. I really worry about Nick's health. I don't think he cares about his health. And like, it's just like every time I see a video of his come up, like, you know, and his videos get recommended to me. I don't subscribe to him anymore. But like, I think I still follow him on Twitter just to see what he's up to. But I was going to stop the camera, but maybe I don't have to. Maybe they'll behave. Okay, you guys, be good boys. But anyway, I don't know what he's doing. I feel like he's trying to destroy his channel, and it makes me really sad. You know, he'll say, like, I'm taking all my channels down. And then it'll be like, me and my husband are fighting. And then the next video topic will be like, me and my husband, or my husband served me divorce papers. And it's like that. And then it's like, I'm eating 300,000 calories. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, are you trading destroying your life for a YouTube career? Like at that point, and there's a lot of people that do that. And it makes me really, really, really sad, you know? I don't know. Like people ask me advice all the time about YouTube. Do something that makes you happy. Don't do something for just the coin and all that. Do something that makes you happy. Because at the end of the day, like your mental health and all that is what's going to suffer. Like if you're doing YouTube, you know, like, and you feel like you have to keep up with the views and the drama and all. I mean, this is what we're seeing, you know. Somebody else in here said unpopular opinion, I like Gabby Hanna. Gabby Hanna, Trisha Paytas, Nikocado avocado. We see all these people, okay? Jeffree Star does the same thing. To get the views going, to get the views going, to get the views going, we've got to continue with the drama. We've got to continue. But the drama, okay, you know, like, that takes a toll on you too. Like Amberlynn Reed, like, I don't make videos about her anymore, but like Amberlynn Reed, like, she has been on Twitter literally for like the last 5 days, and she is just like, it is like tweet after 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 tweet. She goes in like these 4-hour like Twitter deals where she's just responding to people, and the majority of it is like people that like really, really hate her, and they're like, well, you didn't do this, and she's like, well, okay, yeah, I'm a liar. I mean, she just like, and it's like, to some degree, I'm like, girl, do you not realize, like, this is taking a toll on you, like, as a human being? Like, there has to come a point where you stop. You reach over and you stop the camera and you say, no more, I'm not going to let it affect me. But I think that these YouTubers don't know how to do that because the majority of them grew up on YouTube, right? So they don't know they don't know how to turn it off. They don't know how to turn off the Twitter. They don't know how to just put the phone down and say, enough is enough. I'm going to enjoy the evening. I'm going to take my dogs in the backyard. I'm not going to, like, do a video that's going to be caustic to my mental health or my physical health. Like, they don't know how to turn it off. And it's very, very sad to me, you know? It's like, and this is what it's like, we have to do more and more dramatic things to get higher and higher views. But what's happening is less and less people are watching them. So they're destroying themselves. They really, really are, you know? And I don't think YouTube wants that anymore anyway. I think the viewers on YouTube, I think you want real, and I think you want authentic, and you want genuine, and you want real people. The people that watch my videos about beauty influencers are like, I'm done with this mess of the top 5 or 6. Like, I want some real people doing reviews and tutorials and stuff, and I talked about that in my last video. But it makes me sad, you know, when people, like, are trading their life for that. It's like, I was watching, like, I saw Amber, just like, you know, Amberlynn just tweet after tweet after tweet, like defending herself to these people, and I'm like, girl, just turn the phone off. Like, like, why are you doing this, you know? Like, And it's like, then you realize that, you know, when people say like, oh, well, you know, she like bankrolls on this or whatever. It's like, I don't know about all that. Like, I'm not going to speak to that, you know, tonight. But like, what I will say is that when you're on Twitter for hours on end defending yourself, that takes a role. That takes like that. Somebody just said Twitter is toxic. And I said, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. Because I don't stay on Twitter like that. You know what I mean? But it can be really harmful to your soul, you know? So like YouTube and Twitter and Instagram and all these things can be magical and beautiful and fantastic and a way to interact and meet people and have fun with and all that kind of stuff, right? And even maybe possibly give you a career. Or it can ruin your life. It can ruin your soul at the expense of some cash. And I'm just not about all that, you know? And it makes me sad that these people do that. Yeah, the money is nice, don't get me wrong, right? But at what expense are you willing to ruin who you are and trade in your soul and trade in... It stopped. I didn't realize I was at the end. I'm a vlogger, and I should know that at 30 minutes it stops. But at what expense are you willing to trade in, you know, your life and your soul for some money? And that's probably the biggest unpopular opinion out there, but I don't care. Like, it makes me sad, you know? It's like, you're willing to do all this, right? Just for some money? You know, it's like at the end of Fargo, you know, when the killer's sitting in the back seat and, you know, he's like got this hit out on his wife. And Frances McDormand is sitting in the front seat, you know, the police officer, and she shakes her head and she says something to the effect of like, all of this for money. You know, like all these lives lost. You know, all of this just for money. It's really sad, isn't it? And I feel like that to some degree is the world that YouTube has turned into. And on that, Trisha Paytas put something up like that on YouTube, and I do agree to that to a certain degree, or a certain, you know, point. But like, I think at the same point, it's like, that's up to the YouTuber. You know, you can still make money and not sell your soul out. What do you choose, you know? I choose to turn my camera off and read the comments, because I love reading your comments, and spend time with my dogs tonight, and my husband is on his way home. So I love you guys, and thank you for listening, and you guys want to come up here? Okay, Boo Radley hit the ring light, and then it turned off, so I'm trying to get him over here. Come here, Boo Radley. You want to come up here? He said, I want to come up and say hi to everybody. So here we are. Come on, Tucker, say hi to everybody. Say hello. Boo Radley, what'd you say? Boo Radley just whispered in my ear. What was that, honey? He said, I just want to thank everybody. What? He said, I want to thank everybody for watching my dad's videos, but we're real hungry, so we're going to get off here now and go eat dinner. All right. I love you. We love you guys, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye.